And welcome back, guys, to another episode of Making Comics the Wicked Way. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Today, we're going to be talking about screening. It's a technique that you see a lot in American comics. You see it specifically, when it comes to coloring skin tones or weapons. It's really helpful. But here I'm just going to show you guys, I'm creating just a solid circle. With the paint bucket tool, I filled it in. You basically want to select two tones, a mid-tone of the color and the lightest of the color, which would be a white. So you want to have those two selected colors. And we're going to go to the gradient tool, and you want to select the one in the second one, which has a little circle, and then you're going to click and drag, and there you're going to get your first screening technique. You see that it creates this nice highlight on the object, and you could play around with it, and you could see you can move it around. So imagine that's a face in front of you. You're getting different lighting effects, say from the bottom, the middle. It's very useful when it comes to coloring comics, because it's quick. And now the second way to do it, with this actually in screen mode, you're gonna select a brush, airbrush, and you're gonna put it to 34 capacity, and we're actually gonna build up the screen technique. When it's in screen mode, you see that it actually creates a highlight for you, and you could actually build this up with this technique. And it's very useful because maybe you want something very reflective. This helps you control it better than the other technique, because you could build it up little by little. I say just start off with a very on small opacity, and then build it up. And now I'm going to show you guys how you could apply this to to a real to one of your drawings. I'm going to be using a killswitch head, so I'll show you guys how you could apply this to your drawing. So using the first technique, I'm going to be using the Polygon Lasso tool to select the area that I want to be colored. I'm just clicking and dragging, and then once I reach the end, I just connect it. I'm going to be using blue, so remember, use the middle color of the color you want. So I'm using a middle blue color, and I'm going to be filling that in. Oh, I gotta create forgot you gotta create a layer so we could color on. So I'm just gonna create a quick layer here. Remember, you want to make that a multiply layer. And now with the paint bucket tool, I filled in the color with blue. Remember, you want the lightest part of the color. And with the gradient tool, remember, you're gonna click and drag, and there you created your highlight, or as they call it, your screen. And it's it's as easy as that. I'm gonna continue on coloring this with you guys, so you guys could see some of the process. So I'm gonna be again selecting the Polygon Lasso tool. I'm selecting the area I want to be colored, and then once I come to the end, it'll select the whole area. and then gradient tool, click and drag, and there's your second screen. So as you could see, you know, just with little effort, you know, your artwork starts getting some, you know, getting some shine in it. Here again, same process, using the lasso tool, select the area that I want, gradient tool, click and drag, and simple as that. And you could play around, you know, where you want your screen on. And now I'm going to show you guys how you could do this a second way to screen. It's using just the paintbrush tool. I always use the Airbrush tool. You got to make sure that you're in the mode that you're in is in screen mode, and yeah, you want to select you know, select the size of your brush, whatever size you want to work with, and make sure your opacity is at 30. And as you click on the color, you're gonna see you could build up. You're building up the actual screen or the highlight. So you could the more that you click on it, the more of a highlight you could get. And here I'll just show you guys a little bit of some techniques after I screen, how I would emphasize just the color. You know, I brought the mode back to normal, and now I'm just painting in a light blue into the color, and you see it starts to pop even more. You know, that's something that you guys could apply to your when you're coloring. You know, after you do the screen, you just add a soft layer, I mean a soft little touch on that, and it'll actually bring out your color. So here, just selecting the next part of the mask with the lasso tool. Selected the same color, and here I'm using both techniques. You know, the first technique of the gradient. So remember, yeah, the gradient. Gonna click and drag, and there I have added another highlight. So just showing you guys that you could mix and match both techniques when you are coloring, and it's you know, it goes pretty quick. You know, I could color something in 10 minutes. Here, remember, you here I'm using the screening of with the paintbrush. Remember, make sure you're in screen mode. Opacity about 30. You want to start low and just build up the highlight. You know, that's what I recommend if you're going to go with the paintbrush technique of screening. Here I'm just going to add some color into show you guys how you could emphasize the screen. You know, just adding a little bit of blue on the lips. And just remember, just play around with your colors, you know, where you want your screens. That's how you're going to get better. But I hope those techniques helped you guys. Just continue practicing, and you know, continue on with the wicked work.